Hello one and all to Deep Lore. Today we're going to be exploring a strange phenomenon, most accurately called sky trumpets. As you've seen in the video, these are in the form of rumblings, groanings or creakings originating from the sky, very similar to an old derelict metal building. These strange and unnerving noises can be heard pretty much in every continent across the globe. In the past 10 years in particular, interest has peaked as news stations and reporters have managed to get hold of these videos. However, its history far expands that. Early settlers in North America were told by the natives that the booms heard were the great spirit shaping the earth in the distance. And quite humorously, like these natives that thought it was something that they couldn't explain, we're having a pretty hard time explaining it ourselves. In the 1800s, reports of this sound became more common in Australia, the United Kingdom, and different parts of America. In other parts of the world, they were called different things. The Japanese labelled it as cries from the sea, while the French thought it more akin to artillery fire. Still, today in the year of 2020, it is documented more frequently than one might think. So far in April, these sounds were heard in Brazil, Indonesia, and Mexico, being heard again in Indonesia on 2 separate occasions in May, 10 days apart. A man by the name of Dr. Glenn McPherson has attempted to collect data so it'd be easier to find any correlation with other natural circumstances. He created a website, in addition to the World Hum Map, where people, fittingly called hummers, can manually add experiences of the sounds that they discover. What you see on the screen is a small selection of questions that he also asks in addition to location and time. This also includes medication that may cause side effects that would result in hearing noises that aren't there and previous mental health conditions. Presumably this is to ensure that all data is as accurate as possible. Furthermore, the website also includes a map that lets you view people's experiences. I'll leave a link in the description to this website as it's quite interesting, and if you want to hear the sounds yourself, it's best to go based on other people's. Continuing the video that was played at the start, it does get significantly louder. Furthermore, many people say that the camera does not do it justice, and it's far more deafening if heard in real life. Like I previously said, much like the Native Americans, we are still not sure on a positive origin that causes these sounds. Many people chalk it up to scientific or natural occurrences, while others also believe it could be more paranormal. It seems very reminiscent of Close Encounters of the Third Kind and the noises that could be heard from the aliens in that, leading some dedicated groups to believe that it is exactly that, aliens or UFOs. Others believe it's more biblical and could be indicative of the end times. And then there are the scientific and natural believers. Some scientists believe it could be military aircrafts hitting the sound barrier. This is generally disproved, however. Other origins could be due to meteors causing sonic booms in the atmosphere as they enter, gas escaping from the vents of the earth, volcanic eruptions, or distant thunder concentrated on a singular point. One belief that was quite prominent is that earthquakes cause the noise. However, many times the noises are heard with no recollection of seismic activity. Regardless of whether the cause is paranormal or natural, I suspect we'll still be able to hear it for many hundreds of years to come. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of Deep Lore, please consider subscribing and liking. I hope you've learnt something interesting today. If you have any myths or legends that you want me to check out or anything paranormal, leave it in the comments. I'm going to slowly work my way down the iceberg, and I hope you come along with me.